Shit, I wasn't ready. I caught myself off guard. Let me see. Headphones or no headphones? I can hear myself fine. What's up, guys? How is it going? How's it been? How did you enjoy the what if video? So many questions that I need answered, but yet, alas, I'll wait for my replies in the chat. But allow me to introduce myself. My name is Merge Productions, and I am the creator of the semi-successful Breaking Bad What If series. And as you guys may know, I did drop a new video today. What if Walter and Jesse didn't use the magnets? And I gotta say, I got a good. I'll be honest, it turned out a lot better than I thought it would. To be honest, man. What's up, guys? How's it going? What's up, David and Unwanted Ghost? How's it going? How's it been? Seeing you guys. What we got next here? Camex. Okay. How'd you get started? Dude, okay, I can talk about that. Why not? How did I get started? Honestly, man, it was just the last season of Better Call Saul, like the first half, I was like, ooh, this is cool. But then the second half is when I just kind of just jumped in. I just said, fuck it, I feel like I'm a pretty good storyteller. I'm not traditionally trained or anything like that. I didn't go to school or anything like that, but I just fucking just started. I wrote a little script. I thought it was fine. It took me like a month to write a script, and then I just bought a mic. Not too dissimilar to this one. No, actually, it was way worse. Like it was. If I don't even have it with me anymore, but I had got a mic that I got from Walmart, and this mic was basically you attached it to your phone, and it fit like a selfie stick kind of deal. You just kind of connect it to your phone, and boom, you have a mic now. And the mic was, I mean, you guys heard the quality. I can't really. What's up, guys? You guys heard the quality, so I mean, I can't really go backwards in time for that. But that was basically how I got started. I just did it. It wasn't really much of a plan. I'll be honest. And when I first started YouTube, I was like doing a bunch of outlandish ideas. I thought maybe I was funny, like overly funny, like I can be a comedian maybe, but I didn't like the work that I produced. And then I started to do like little movie reviews and stuff like that, or trailer reviews and stuff. I thought I could keep up with that, but as you guys know, movies come out every day and trailers come out very frequently. So, and plus on YouTube, the competition when it comes to being a movie commentator, movie critic, movie reviewer, movie breakdown person, boy, you have a lot of people to compete with. So I just decided to kind of zero in on what I'm good at, and I like Breaking Bad so much so that it was basically my favorite and first show that I've ever watched. So I'm like, why not? And sure enough, here I am. I mean, I did think about making other stuff, like as far as different what ifs, as far as movie ideas and stuff like that, but nothing really gripped me the way I have with Breaking Bad, about like the different scenarios. Granted, I'm not saying that I can't, but I just don't have, nothing comes to mind like off the bat. Who do we have here? What's up to everybody's here? My boy J Dev TV from the last one. I see you, bro. Who else we got here? The Flame. What's good? Charles Reborn. Are you real, dude? You got a name Charles Reborn. Are you real? I don't know, man. Just kidding. That's all. It's all good. It's all fun, good jokes. What we got here? Because this is a Q&A, so I'm kind of like, I have my computer now set up, so I have a little bit more flexibility. Let me see. All right. Do you like Skibbity Toilet? Nah. I can say that with full confidence. I have no idea what you're talking about. What the fuck? I wouldn't even like. Hey, I mean, I guess who am I to talk about names? But I'm just saying, I'm not. Nah, that's. I don't want to. I don't feel comfortable having that in my search history or my YouTube algorithm. Who else we got here? The takeaway is that it's all Jesse's fault and the origins of. Yeah, let's talk about that for a second. So let's just I'm gonna like yeah. So the what if that I did this time around, I did a happy ending because everyone thinks that I do bleak, dour endings, and I'm not capable of making a story where everybody just has a happy ending. And For the most part, let's be honest here. I like to write within the context of the story, and the context of this story is that these are all horrible people that don't deserve happy endings, but it's bittersweet for basically everybody because how I wrote this version of the video, for example, this one with when they didn't use the magnets because everyone wanted to listen to cracked out meth addicted Jesse. Let's use a magnet, and that kicked off everything. So by me just bypassing all that, I wanted to keep everything a little bittersweet. You know, like Jesse, he left town and it was like basically Walter kind of pushing him to leave town, but in a way where it's like it's kind of like in a way kind of like it's like a speed run version of season 5 because in this version I made it so Walter convinced Jesse to leave town and he actually did. So I guess in a lot of ways he never really did find out that Walter poisoned Brock. Maybe I can make a part 2 to that. Maybe. But then you got, the whole Mike situation where Mike's just alive and he's like, yo, I don't fuck you guys. I don't care at all. Like, do what you need to do. I don't care. And hey, it all worked out in the end. So for me, I think having a somewhat of a bittersweet happy ending because let me just talk about Walter's situation for a second. I wanted to make his storyline a bit more like you understand where he's coming from, like that whole I need to cook, I need to make money, I need to produce, I need to do this. But we cannot forget that Walter is nothing without his underground support system of Saul, Jesse, Mike, etc., or those people inside of a rotation. Because literally in the last 2 episodes of Breaking Bad, we see what happens when Walter doesn't have Saul, Jesse, Mike, when he doesn't have anybody. And dude didn't last again. He couldn't even make it past 2 episodes. So I think that goes to show that Walter, as much as everyone thinks that he's this genius, this criminal mastermind, like this dude is he's just a guy who just so happens to know the right people. Had he never met Saul, everyone knows he wouldn't have made it that far. Had he not met Jesse, where is he going? He couldn't get the RV. He couldn't get a clientele. He couldn't get anybody. So he needed those people as an in, and he still needed those people to basically be because he had to keep up the facade of being the family man. But on the back burner, he's this hardened criminal drug manufacturer. So I think I kind of came out with a good balance here. So again, for me, I wanted to just take Walter, just remove literally Walter's support system. Because, I mean, yeah, he does have Saul, but if Saul can't get the methylamine, he really doesn't really have anything. And long story short, maybe his life of being provider was supplemented by him just being a car wash owner and just cooking meth every now and then. Who's he going to sell that meth to? Who's going to take that meth? Will a chicken coop ever be found? Maybe not, to be honest with you. Let's talk about some more questions here. Who we got here? Okay, okay, too many words. What's up, Granny boy? Glad to be here. I'm glad everyone's here. Let's talk about this. What if Walt kissed Jesse passionately on his fold? What? Riley Campbell. What the fuck are you talking about? This man just said kiss passionately on his folds. And you see, the thing is, when you type that thing, you had to type it, read it, and then press enter. So you had 3 times to stop it, and you still sunk that through. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in you, man. Sorry. Who else we got here? It took 27 pounds of coke. I'm not okay. That's troubling there, buddy. What if Walter didn't care if Hank got killed and Jack killed at Lee and went with? No, I don't think that. See, I think what a lot of people don't get about my what ifs when I do come up with these ideas and have these little stories that I tell. Again, I like to make it make sense from a character perspective. We all know that Walter loves his family, even when he was going through it with Hank, he still loved Hank, and he was still willing to do whatever he could for Hank. He revealed his money. He, like he didn't want anything to happen to him. He was willing to go to jail because he knew that they didn't have any evidence. That right there is the part. Like he knew he was good. So he's like, you know what, fine, Hank, you can take me. That's cool. Like I don't mind ruining your career. I don't mind, you hating me forever, but I will not let you die on my watch. So you got to understand that. Like, that's one of the reasons why I personally just these whole what if Walter didn't do that. Like, that's the fundamental element of the no pun intended, but that's the element of the character. Like he cares. Like even though he pretends he doesn't, and we clearly see that he doesn't. We know he cares. Like if something happened to Walter Jr. or Skyler, like he would care, yes, and he would want revenge. And after he got that revenge, he would still be sad, and he would, he would still care. He's like, damn, now that my family's dead, I guess I gotta turn to a full life of crime. It's like, no, it's like, dude, what do you have nothing to live for after your family's dead? So it's like, what's the point of you in doing anything? Like that's just my opinion anyway. Who we got here? Oh, cool. Monfrinova. I'm sorry if I'm butchering anyone's names. Sorry. Monfrinova. Really interested in your writing style. Do you use flowcharts of characters' reasoning? You seem really understanding of the character motivations and personalities in the Gilliverse. As far as my writing style goes, I would just say that all I do is I start with the concept, obviously, hey, and let's just talk about the next what if that I'm doing. Hey, sneak peek for all my live folks out there, all 31 of you guys. The next what if that I'm doing will be what if Jesse burned down Walter's house? And in that, I'm also going to have Walter Jr. die in some tragic way. And obviously, I'm sorry to say, but Jesse's going to die too. Now that that's out the way, it's all about the aftermath of that. I've already kind of got like a little outline for it because that's basically kind of how I started. It's like, okay, what's the concept here? Okay, Jesse burns down Walter's house, Walter Jr. dies. Okay, so that means they both have to die. Like they just have to, in my opinion, because in that situation, Hank had Jesse at gunpoint when Jesse had the lighter in his hand. So if Jesse burns down the house, either by lighting that little stack of magazines on fire, and Hank shooting Jesse, and that causes him to drop the torch, and the house goes up in the flames, he's gonna die. I'm sorry, that's just how it is. But it's like, now what happens? What's the aftermath of that? It's gonna be a rift between Walter and Skyler. Hank has some explaining to do, like a lot of explaining to do. And then how does that transpire? And I can kind of tell you a little bit, because my thing would be that scene, the very next, I think later on that same episode, where Skylar and Walter are in a hotel and they're talking, and she's like, yo, I fucking knew this shit would happen. Like, I knew somebody would come to our house and try to hurt us. And that could be Skylar's. And being that it happened, we have Skylar, who's gonna grow to resent Walter for getting her son killed because he was still selling drugs and stuff like that and doing all this other shit. So now we got Hank, who hates Walter, Skylar, who hates Walter, but Skylar doesn't really hate Hank, and we're all trying to get Walter some justice. We're all gonna fucking gang up on Walter. And what does that do? Cause that rift between Walter and Skylar gets big enough to when Skylar's like, you know what, Hank, I got your back 100%. And a bunch of other stuff may happen. That's just a bit of the details that I have, but it's just about me I don't know if that really answers the question, but it's just about cause and effect, really, because I feel like I know these characters well enough to I don't really need to write like a flowchart, so to say, like, okay, Walter, pragmatic, confident, egotistical, blah, blah, Skylar, bitch, blah, like, I don't really need to do that. I just kind of imagine these scenarios, imagine it, like, I'm like, what would Walter do in this situation? What would Skylar, and it just kind of flows, so I hope that kind of brings some understanding, but what I can say is I at least make 3 or 4 drafts. And that right there is, I feel like, the hardest part of me doing everything. It's not the editing, it's not the recording, it's not the video. It's like, okay, making from draft 1 to draft 2, and then I gotta make stuff longer, make stuff shorter, take out some of the things that I liked, put some things that I maybe didn't like in because it just makes sense for the story, and things just kind of transpire that way. So yeah. Let's see who else we got here. Yo, what's good? Quick, just a spectator like everyone else. You read you read Marvel What If? I did. I liked Marvel What If comics. They were fine, but I'll be honest, I couldn't remember. Like, I don't. I think I have one somewhere, but just I don't think it just never hits the same. Like the same with the What If Marvel MCU TV show. Like, it's fine, but it's just doesn't hit the same because you know that it's not real. And I don't know what that says for me and my content, because, but I think I just tell a more, in my opinion anyway. I mean, hey, maybe I'm gassing myself up, but I just feel like I tell a better story. Like, that's just how it feels, because I think, and the What If season 2, the season finale was with Doctor Strange and Captain Carter, and she had fucking every thing in the MCU, from Thor's hammer, Captain America's shield, the Eye of Agamotto, the Infinity Gauntlet. Like, this bitch had everything, and Doctor Strange still put up a fight. And I'm just like, this is just weird. And not to mention, you can kind of see it's like, oh wow, you got 2 women against a white straight male. Oh god, how is this gonna end? It's just like, I just think there's so many other ways to write around stuff like that, because that's where my mind went immediately. I know I'm going on a tangent, but just talking about like that Marvel What If, like, I was like, I really liked season 1. Like, it was fine with the standalone seasons, and season 1 was, I feel like, just better, because in season 2 you kind of knew what to expect, so you kind of just like, yeah, I'll skip this episode, I'll skip that one. But the season finale was like, wow, she just had literally everything in the Marvel MCU to fight Doctor Strange, and she only barely won. And it's like, I don't know, man. It's one of those things where it's like, okay, well, where are you guys gonna go from here? Are you what are we doing here? So, yeah, that's just how I feel. So I don't even know how I got started on that, but that's the Marvel MC. As far what I can say about What If content. I can say that YouTube infinitely does it better, because whether it's my Breaking Bad What If content, whether it's the What If Avatar stuff, What If Dragon Ball Z's, like, those are awesome. Like, I watched those religion, and I thought, and it's funny because I kind of thought I was like, I mean, granted, I didn't look for What If content out the gate immediately when I first started, but I kind of thought I was the only person to do it. And when I found other people doing What If content, I'm like, yo, this is good writing, this is a good animation, good everything. And I'm like, oh, good ideas, I'll take some of these ideas. But you know what I mean? It's just, I don't think, unless Hollywood starts to get their stuff together, I just don't think they can pull off this What If stuff as well as YouTubers can. I don't know. Maybe I'm just gassing myself up, but I just feel like we do it better. Let's see what's next in this piece. P.S. Love your impersonations of the characters in the vids. They're so spot on. Thank you, bro. I try. I genuinely try. Sometimes I'm just like, I'd like to make it real. I'd like to make it so people are, it's like, it sounds like a real conversation. And sometimes real conversations, when you're told something so heavy like, let's bomb a police station, you're gonna stutter a little bit, because you're gonna like, wait, you want to bomb a police station? You want to bomb, like that kind of inflection. So I don't know if people are gonna kind of get on me saying, oh, you stutter for all your characters, but I don't know. I just feel like it sounds more natural when you say it like that, because of course your words are gonna stumble when you hear something so fucking crazy like that. Somebody spamming me hard, and you about to get blocked, my man. Who's this? Because this man said, can I play VR with you? I'm just gonna say no. And if I see that again, my man, you're getting blocked. I'm sorry, but you did that shit like 40 you said the same message like 40 times. Like, dude, relax, I'm gonna get to it. Let's see. Let me see. Who else do we have? I'm over here skipping people's stuff. That's fine. Um, what if Skylar slept with Saul? You know, I won't entirely rule that one out because it's not a bad idea. I'll do something like that. If you guys are, oh, by the way, I want to make this known here now. If you guys are interested in donating to the Cash App, donating to the Merge Productions, so I can have more than like a Lego gauntlet and some meth there. Hey, feel free, hit the Cash App. I don't have it in my lot. I don't have it in the chat right now, but it is on my channel page. Like it's the first thing you see. So feel free, please do hit the Cash App. Whatever you can do, whatever you can spare, a dollar, a quarter, a penny, whatever the case is. Just let me know you're a fan, and maybe I'll shout you out in the comments later or something along those lines. But yeah, because your boy's broke, as I mentioned. I know I may seem like I got it all, but maybe this is green. Maybe this is all a green screen behind me. You don't know. I might be in a box. um, Let me see. Yeah, so in particular was from you, Femtanga. Femtanga. Remember, Cash App, bro. Cash App. Merge Pro. I think that's Merge Pro, the number 2. But just saying. Now with all that out of the way, let's continue. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna make this a little easier. If you guys, just a little PSA here. If you guys want to ask me a direct question or just ask a question to me, at me in the chat because I'm passing by a lot of questions because man, I got some the fuck, So if you guys want me to answer your questions, I'm more than happy to. I'm more than willing to. Just please, just at me in the chat so that way I know you're talking to me because. Yeah, so I mean, even though there's only like 35 of you guys here, trust me, you guys are it's like a classroom, so I can't, yeah, I love y'all, so I don't know where this is coming from. Let's see here, Merge Productions. What if Walter blamed Gus for everything in his confession? That wouldn't be as satisfying, and I feel like Walter would still go to jail because he's basically admitting to literally everything, especially bombing a hospital. So I don't know, I can't really say that would kind of go anywhere, because either way, Walter's still incriminating himself no matter where you put it. But by him putting Hank in that situation, now we got something serious. Oh, nursing home. Yeah, I mean, come on, nursing home, hospital, both places people die. Maybe, I don't know. Let's see here. Who else we got? What if Walter blamed Gus for? Oh yeah, I just did you, bro. What if Walter never pissed in a sink? Well, I guess he never pissed in a sink. Because that was when Skylar was mad at him. I mean, I don't know. What the fuck? Like, I'm just saying, as a person who peed in many different places and many different things, bottles, jars, etc., the kitchen sink is literally the last place I'm going to put my penis near. Just saying, because, dude, the dishes go there. Your food goes there. Like, don't you wash your fruits, Walter? I know you do because you fucking had some, but plenty of times they're not serious. But I'm sorry, that's just me. Let's see what else we got. Walter pissing in the sink. Mm-hmm. Oh shit. Okay, there it is. Mm-hmm. Yeah. See. Oh, don't worry, guys. The Lego Smasher is unsubscribing me, so. We don't have to worry about his many messages. I'm so sorry, the Lego Smasher. I hope you many good days wherever you go. My boy Dylan Sanchez got it right. Goodbye. And the Scream News, the official. I love it. All right. And Chris Bay, 7. Good. All right, who else we got? Not saying we should dogpile on this person, but I just think it's funny that, people want to announce shit like that. Like, oh, I'm leaving. I'm unsubscribed. Like, oh, bye. Like, who? I didn't invite you here. I don't know. Am I mean for that? I don't think I'm mean. I think that's a pretty logical thing to say and do. It's like, I don't know. People are weird. Let's see. What if Walter blamed Gus for everything? Yeah, I did that already, dude. Have you watched The Walking Dead yet? Then I haven't watched the new Walking Dead, the old Walking Dead. None of that stuff. I'll be honest. The closest I've gotten to watching a Walking Dead was maybe like some video essays or something along. I think I forgot. I think the channel's called the Friendly Space Ninja. He got a really good one about what went wrong in The Walking Dead and why it went so long. And he kind of like did a whole retrospective on it. And for a person, I never watched it, but from what I've seen, I'm like, I mean, I don't think I need to watch it at this point. I know what happens. The entire Breaking Bad fandom completely got up in arms because Glenn fell off a dumpster, and we all thought he died until he came back. But then he died again with Negan fucking beat him with a bat. Is he gonna come back? Maybe come back as a zombie. Who knows? But fast forward through all that, I just don't think it's for me. I'm gonna be honest. Like, most people may say like, "Yo, you gotta watch The Walking Dead." It's just like, do I? How I feel about The Walking Dead, and please don't come at me in the comments because I didn't watch the show either. Is exactly how I feel about Game of Thrones. Never seen it, and I'm perfectly okay with not watching it. That's just me. I love sword and sandal, and like I like that shit like as much as anybody else. But sometimes I just like when the show's too old, it's I don't know. I just don't feel like committing. That's just kind of how I feel. It's just like, man, I got so much other things to watch and do. Why would I watch this show from 4 or 5 years ago that I heard ended badly, had a few bad seasons in it, blah blah blah. So I'm just like, versus like, hey, you can watch Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul or any other or oh jeez, I forgot the Apple TV show with Adam Scott in it. It'll come to me. But you can watch a bunch of one season TV shows better, 100,000. Like that's what I would honestly prefer. A TV series that's maybe one season, maybe about 10 episodes, perfect. Maybe 1 hour a piece, perfect. And it's tight writing, like to the point where tight writing to the point where it's like, yeah, it doesn't need to have. If it was a season 2, it'd be fine, but it doesn't need to have a season 2. And I feel like that's the best. I just feel like that's the best kind of shows to watch in my opinion. So long story short, as far as Walking Dead goes, guys, and as far as Walking Dead goes to Mr. or Mrs. or them, I don't know, Evil VP, I'm just probably not gonna watch. Maybe I don't know. It depends on how many donations I get. To be honest, like I'll that's how I operate. Either when I get to 100K subscribers, or I don't know, if I end up getting, I'll make like a post or something and be like, all right, if I get like $2,000 worth of donations, I guess I have no choice but to watch this show. But until that time comes, and I do want to remind you all about the Cash App again. But until that time comes, Breaking Bad what ifs and maybe some movie what ifs, but I'll cross that bridge when I get there. Let's see who's next. Okay. Riley Campbell started watching just around the season finale of Better Call Saul or something. I really do like your videos. What made you really want to lean in to your content? What made me really lean into it is the fact that I have 36 people right now watching me that I don't even know anybody. And two is the fact that I made something that people like, like I think that's what made me lean into it. I was like, oh wow, I didn't expect to get the outcome that I got, by making these stories, because it's just, at the end of the day, it's Breaking Bad fan fiction, Granted, I'm not graphically sexual or anything like that, but it's Breaking Bad fan fiction. I'm just talking about stuff that I wish would have happened in the show. Granted, I love the show exactly the way it is, but overall, I'm just like, hey, what if this happened? And that's really it. And the fact that I made something that a lot of people like and agree with and, root for and hope to see another, I make another one and another one and another one, that keeps me going, because I'm like, wow, I don't want to let these people down. So that's one of the reasons why I don't pump out videos so often, because I don't want to just make nothing. I don't want to just put something out there. Because I know people. I'll probably see the subscriber if they're in this chat right now. But it's like when people's like, oh man, when you're making your next video. For example, the person that comes to mind that he's a subscriber of mine, Movie Fan Jay. Shout out to you, buddy. Like he's always on, like he's always like, yo, when you're making the next one, hey, you good? Hey, I like this what if video right here. Hey, thank you for everything you do. That kind of stuff right there is the stuff that makes me happy, and it makes me just like, yo, I can't let this person down. Even though I never met that person a day in my life, I'm just like, hey, I want to make some quality content that, one, is rewatchable, two, that people can share with their friends and they are not completely embarrassed by it, because I'm not the only one person to admit it. Like you got something on YouTube, or like that you, or TikTok that you watch, and you're just like, man, this is just for me, because if I show anybody else this, they're gonna think I'm weird. So I wanted to kind of fit that fine line between rewatchability and entertainment and just overall good content. So for me, just leaning into that is what I wanted. And plus, again, I say this a lot, but YouTube money is pretty good money. So there's that. Even though I have my regular old 9 to 5, right, sitting right, literally right here, YouTube pays pretty good. And if I were to, again, be 100 or 50K subscribers more, or 50K subscribers in, I can throw this computer right out my window and wouldn't care at all, because I'll be like, yo, I got that fuck you money. I don't care anymore. But until that time comes, I'm diligently splitting my time between my 9 to 5 and writing scripts and stuff like that. So yeah. Who's next? J Hex. J Hex. Sorry if this was already asked, but what was your favorite Heisenverse video to make so far? Definitely the Lost Tape series. Like that right there is probably but then again, okay, it may be two. It may be a tie between my Lost Tape series and What If Lalo Killed Gus, or Lalo beat Gus. Between those two, I can't really decide on which one I like more, but I remember very vividly the long recording sessions I've had when I was in like my closet and just sweating like a pig, just trying to like get these lines in and stuff like that. And again, I'm not traditionally trained, so I'm not a voice actor by trade or by career or by profession. I'm just a regular dude, just like you, and I'm just making videos. But it's like certain words you want to say clearly, and you want to sound like you're interested in the thing that you're making. And I remember very vividly, like it took me like 3 hours or something close to it to like record that entire video, and it was like I think it was like 22 pages or something, and I was like, man. And yeah, it was crazy. But again, the work that I put into it shows when I see other people are like, yo, this right here is better than the original. Oh, I would like this to see more of this. And that's probably the majority of my subscriber count is for those videos. But that reminds me, I do need to I'm gonna make a compilation video as well with the 3 Lost Tape episodes kind of stitched together in one video. Got to get that algorithm money, baby. But like I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna probably do that sometime next week. But yeah, so I hope that answers your question. Who else we got? Dylan Sanchez. That is a very good question. My man's, yeah, sorry, I just hit refresh. Have you ever spoke to any Breaking Bad character on Cameo? I have not, mainly because I'm broke. And last time I seen, no, actually, that's basically it, really. I'm like, yo, I'm broke. I know these people, like, cause I don't, yeah, somebody needs either. I haven't looked at it. I'll be honest, so that's on me. But I feel like it might be expensive to get Bryan Cranston or Giancarlo Esposito to be like, yo, check out the Heisenverse or something like that. Like, hey, if they do, that would be fine. But I just don't know. And I don't know. I think the actor who plays Hank, he's like a griller now, Dean Norris. And that guy, I don't know if anybody in the show has moved on to drugs since that show, I would say it's him. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's just me. Like, because have you seen that guy? Because I've seen his cameos, and I'm like, he was talking about anime and waifus and stuff. I'm just like, this guy makes me feel uncomfortable. I don't know. I don't fuck with that shit. But that's just me. Who else we got here? What if Walter slept with Ted? OSR. No. Next question. Unwanted ghost. What if Jimmy didn't succeed in the negotiation with Tuco? Well, I guess he just didn't. Because I'll be honest. Like whether Tuco killed the two skaters. I don't know. My hands like this. Whether Tuco killed the two skaters in the desert or he let them live, it wouldn't matter because you don't see them anymore after that. So let's say, for example, Saul wasn't able to talk Tuco down from killing the two strangers or whatever, the two skaters. Well, then I guess that's what happens. They die because they tried to they called an elderly woman a biznatch in front of her husband. I mean, in front of her nephew inside their house, and thought there was no repercussions. If anything, they should have died because that way I feel like it would have showed Saul that, damn, this is a fucked up world that I live in. Like I feel like that would have been a more realistic approach because even during that scene, I just felt like I kind of felt like Tuco was more of a comedic bit. He was like, "Oh, I'll give him a Colombian necktie or blah blah blah." I'm just like, God damn, just I don't know. I would have expected him to kill him, but maybe it would have been Breaking Bad Tuco that would have killed him. But I don't know. That's how I feel about that situation in particular. Next question. Cody, 2005. Do you think we'll get any more spinoffs in the Breaking Bad universe, or do you believe it's finished? Man, Cody, let me tell you. A part of me, like, I really hope there's at least one more. And again, I said how it's gonna. I said how it could go. I can go. It could be a series. It can even be one season long. It can be a series that revolves around Kim Wexler taking down Jesse Pinkman. That's it. And maybe Kim would have the help of Skylar White. And that way we can see everybody else a little bit older. So that way it can make sense with the time change. Maybe it's 10 years later, maybe 15 years later, whatever the case is. And it could be a story about Kim driven to want to turn Jesse into the police, and shenanigans ensue. Get flashbacks of Walter White. You feel his presence. Maybe there's some blue meth. Maybe Jesse has to cook a batch of meth for somebody. Like it can go a lot of different ways, and it can just literally include Kim Wexler, Saul Goodman, current Saul Goodman, so he can even have gray hair and be balding and all this stuff. It doesn't really need to change. And Jesse Pinkman, who's again older, he's moved on. Maybe he could have a family or whatever the case is, and again, his life falls apart around him, and he's destined for prison or, in classic Heisenverse fashion, death. Maybe. But that's honestly how I feel about it. But overall, that's a hope prayer. But then again, I didn't really see Better Call Saul really going anywhere. It's funny too because when Breaking Bad ended, I was like, well, I guess that's it. Then Better Call Saul came out, and I remember watching the first two episodes, and I'm just like, this maybe not be for me. No, I didn't even watch the full first episode. I remember very vividly. I did not watch the full first episode. I watched up until the point where Saul had hit the skater, and he was like, "Yeah, the only way this car is worth $500 is if there's a $300 hooker in it or whatever." And it's just like, I'm like, yeah, I'm not watching this anymore. But then a couple years go by, I meet my wife, we get married, and I let her watch Breaking Bad, and she loves it. Then she's watched Better Call Saul, and she got me hooked back on it. So I guess you have my wife to blame for my passion for this shit. So, and then we had El Camino, which nobody's seen come in. And honestly, if we're being honest, I liked to see El Camino. I liked what it represent, a continuation of the universe. But I did not think it was necessary, and I really thought it could have been a lot better, Case in point, maybe, Jesse's on the run. This is what I'm thinking. Maybe Jesse's on the run for a couple days. I mean, it could be. I'm trying to think how does it work? But the point is, I just wanted because it just felt like a long Breaking Bad episode as opposed to a movie. It didn't really feel like a movie to me. It just felt like, okay, these are classic Breaking Bad tropes. You got the time lapse, you got the cool montage scene, you got good versus bad, and a classic shootout and stuff like that. Granted, the villain, and plus the villain was weak as fuck. Neil Candy, I don't know. I just think it could have been better, and I think I would. my expectation, I'm sure, was a lot like everyone else's expectations. Ooh, what's Skylar gonna be like? Ooh, what's Walter Jr. doing? You know, like, but I guess a lot of us failed, and me included, to fail to remember and realize that this show takes place literally. I mean, this movie takes place literally immediately after Breaking Bad. Like Breaking Bad ends, Walter shot, killed, boom. Then El Camino happens. Then the back half of Better Call Saul happens. So, it happens, I guess. So that's, I don't even know what my point was, but that's my point. Who else we got here? What if Walter slept with? Okay, I'm not doing these shits no more, dude. Oh wait, no, that was me. I read the thing twice. Sorry about that, OSR. Okay, fair enough. I don't know. What if Jesse and Walt met Tuco through Saul? That wouldn't work. That just wouldn't work. It wouldn't work for a multitude of different reasons. For the main part is Saul only knew. I would be amazed if Saul remembered. I mean, Tuco remembered who Saul was, because like he's just some guy. I don't know. It's just I don't think it would line up, because I don't think Tuco had the greatest first impression, and I don't think Tuco was giving him a business card saying, "Hey, if you know anybody who sells meth, give me a call." That's it. Like Tuco's not doing that shit. Like look what he had to go through to meet Walter. Like he had to blow up a fucking building. So yeah. Let's see who else we got here. Would you also shoot a 10-15 second ad for Airbnb? That would be your thing. That would be your thing, man. Yeah, I would do an amazing job shooting an ad for Airbnb. If they handed me a script, I'd make some adjustments and be like, all right, cool, let's do this. Because, I don't know, I just feel like I have that personality. I'm energetic. I'm all this other stuff. My tripod almost fell. But you know what? Dude, you have no idea what I do for money. It came out wrong, but I don't care. Vincent loves my hair. You know what? I love it too, man. It took me a while to grow. You should check out my other videos. It's one of my first videos. I think I talked about Venom or something like that. And you'll see my shit was like a little fro. I look more like my profile picture. But yeah, I grew some luxurious locks, and these things are, I don't know. That's all she wrote about that. I have nothing more to say about my hair. So thank you, Vincent. CJ, what if Walter met Todd and his gang earlier? I don't think if let's just get this out of the way. You have the cartel, you have Team Gus, then you have Jack. And out of all those three people, the cartel is infinitely more powerful than Jack's people. Gus is Gus, and then you have Jack, which is just a bunch of neo-Nazi racists. They're not really a threat, I think they just were the only people there to fill that power vacuum, and that's why they were able to do the damage that they did. Because if Gus was alive, those 9 guys in prison, regardless if Gus was arrested or not, those 9 guys in prison would have never gotten killed. Like it would have been impossible, like that. I mean, that's just how I feel, because almost fell again. Oh no, you can see my little chat board. But yeah, that's genuinely how I feel about that. So in my opinion, I don't think Jack and his crew are any real threat towards the real big bads of the Breaking Bad series. I mean, maybe that Neil Candy guy, of course, but no, Jack versus Gus would mop the floor with those Nazis. Like in the cartel, Tuco versus them, even worse. Like I'll put Lalo and the twins against Jack and his entire compound, and they would just destroy them all. Like, so. Fight me in the comments if you want, but that's genuinely how I feel about that. All right, what's going on with this tripod? Why are you not standing still? Stay. Now get me in frame. Good. Okay. Who's next here? What if Walter never met Todd? Then a lot of things would have. If Walter never met Todd, let me tell you, his life falls apart. So it's good that it's crazy when you imagine that, but it's like, but it also goes to show that Walter is nothing on his own, nothing, like barely a threat. And how you know that? How you literally know that is because it took him, in order for him to kill Jack and his crew, he had to kill himself basically. So it goes to show again. Sorry if for everyone who thinks that Walter's like this peak Sigma male, like he's not. He's just a dude with help and knows how to cook some good meth. Okay, this fucking tripod. I'm gonna break you. I'm gonna break this shit. And now I'm crooked. Okay, and I'm back. All right, who do we have next? Anyways, I'm gonna head out for now. Love you, bro. Hey, man, Scream News official. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for everyone being here. I don't know. Maybe I'll keep this stream maybe like an hour, maybe a little longer than an hour. Who knows? But we still got plenty of questions. Mark, Merge Productions paid, of course. I don't know what that means, bro. I don't know what that means. I'll get back to you later, bro. Don't worry about it. Oh wait, there it is. Oh, of course, bro. Oh yeah, you were talking about the Airbnb thing, dude. If I shoot an ad for anything or anybody, it's gonna be for money. Like, let's just get that out the way off the rip. Like, and especially in this economy, let me tell you about it. Like, what you got? How much you got in your pockets? Airbnb. I know it's more than me, way more than me. So, give me that money. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, have you seen my Heisenberg shirt? Yeah. I wanted to get one that says Heisenverse, but broke. So, anyways, with that out the way, let me. Oh, I'm slipping again. Oh no. Alrighty, guys. Alrighty. So, what do we have here? What if Jesse killed Todd after he shot Drew Sharp? I don't want to give this away. I may give a little bit of it away. But I got a story that I'm working on when it comes to that as well. And for you lucky 41s, tell me how this sounds, right? So, and I don't know who, someone put it in the comments. I'm sorry I don't remember your name, but yo, this just pissing me off now. How I wanted to do something like along those lines is basically wait a minute, I see the camera is drooping again. Okay, well, and this is why I need you guys all to donate to the Cash App. Get your boy a new tripod, new microphone, blah, 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 all that good stuff. Link in the description or something along those lines, somewhere on the page. But yeah, so how I wanted to go, especially with that scenario as far as the Drew Sharp and Jesse, blah, 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 Todd. So imagine this, right? They pull off the heist. They rob the meth truck. They got the methamphetamine. They're celebrating. Then you have Mike Ehrmantraut, right? He's looking through a scope. He's not just looking through binoculars. He's looking through a scope. He's seen that Kubi got taken away. Now he's done. He panned back over to look at the scene of Walter, Jesse, and Todd celebrating their joyous memory of, not memory, but their joyous achievement of getting this methamphetamine. But then you see this little boy. Mike spots this little boy, Drew Sharp, pulling up to them. But Mike is the only one who can see that Drew Sharp just pulled up. So he did not see the train, the robbery, the methamphetamine, the hoses. He didn't see any of that. And when he sees that Walter, Jesse, and Todd make eye contact with this young little boy, he sees that Todd goes for a gun in his back of his waistline. But then Mike, thinking on his feet, thinking of the little boy, the protector instincts, he's seeing his young little daughter in that little boy. Mike Mike pulls the trigger, killing Todd right then and there, shooting him in the back of the head or something along those lines. And you know what happens? Drew Sharp flies away, drives away, gone, out of there. Now it's up to Mike, who still has the dirt truck. He drives over that dirt truck over to Todd, gets his body, throws it inside the dirt truck, tells Walter and Jesse to get inside the truck. Boom, they dissolve his body in acid. Drew Sharp, he's never heard from or seen from again, because imagine, this is a little boy. A little boy probably riding it. Where's his house? Where's this man's house? Because as far as we seen, he was far away from everything. He was in the desert. Like, the fact this guy's picking up tarantulas. Like, so where is his house? He lives no at least 5 miles away. So, with that being said, this is a young boy, Drew Sharp, who just witnessed the murder. I tell you what, I seen my fair share of bad things because I did something bad, like snuck out or stole or, whatever the case is. And because of that action, there was a horrible reaction where, oh snap, I got punched or I got caught or apprehended or whatever the case is. And I come home and I just go home, go straight into my room. My mom, hey Gerald, hey Merge, you want something to eat? No, I'm good. Dad's like, hey, you okay? Yeah, I'm good. I'm brother, sister, blah blah blah. And I just go straight into my room and I don't say a soul. I don't say a word. I take it to the grave and I probably won't even go back outside for a day or two. And that, my friend, is exactly probably how Drew Sharp would have felt after seeing a murder happen right in front of his face. He just ran. He's gone. And boom, that's it. And maybe Walter and Jesse maybe wait around like a day or two for the heat to die down, but then nobody ever comes. They dig up the methylamine, and then after that, they make all the money they can. But then a couple days may pass, and maybe Neil, maybe what am I talking about? Jack and Kenny, they go to visit. What's his name? Beard. Fuck. Ira, there it is. I'm sorry. They go to visit Ira. They pay a visit to Ira because they knew that Ira hired Todd for this fumigation job. So he's like, "Hey, Ira, where's my boy Todd at? Where's my nephew?" And then they beat up Ira, and Ira snitches and says that, "Yo, go talk to Saul Goodman." And then they go to Saul Goodman. They go to his office, start causing ruckus, and then they get Huel Babineau to fucking fight him off and shit like that. And you got Huel, Huel out of all people, he fucking wins a fist fight against neo Nazis and stuff like that. They leave to go regroup and stuff. Saul calls Mike for help, and they go ahead and take care of the neo-Nazis in a different way. But that's all. That's basically just an abridged version of what I have cooking in the tank. So, yeah, I hope you guys like that. Let me see some hearts in the chat if you guys even followed along and paid attention to exactly the storyline that I was trying to go with. Anything? Okay, great. I'm great. Because I'll be honest, a part of me feels I go on a lot of tangents and I get a little carried away from here and there. So it's nice to know that. Yeah, I like to see those hearts in the comments. It's nice to know that you guys are following me, and that's always good to hear. Let's go ahead to another question here. So, I'm sorry. So I hope that answered your question, you damn waffles. I hope that answered your questions. Next one, we got Cody 2005. Agreed, The Walking Dead aired when I was 5 to 17. What? So The Walking Dead aired when you were 5 years old, and you are now 17 years old. You got me fucked all the way up if you think I'm watching that shit. I'm just saying, like, I need someone to come up with a comprehensive YouTube essay summarizing the first 3, 4, 5, however many seasons there are breaking Walking Dead. Because I know it's the City of the Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, the Walking Dead Telltale game, all this other shit. And I'm just like, I don't know, and all that for a lackluster finale. I think that would piss me off more than anything. You made it through all these seasons of an episode of a show just to get to the end, and it was just mid. I'd throw my TV out the window. I don't know. Let's see what else we got here. What's better, a baseball bat with a barbed wire like Negan or nails like Steve Harrington? Oh, from Stranger Things. I'd have to go with the bat. I'll be honest, man. Like the bat, the bob cord bat. I mean, even though they kind of have the same similarities with the spice and stuff like that, I just feel like the barbed wire bat. Oh, Lucille, that's the name, right? I just feel like the barbed wire bat will do way more damage. I mean, the nails maybe, but I feel like, what if it gets stuck? You got these fucking like these 9-inch nails or whatever the case is going through the bat, and you hit somebody, boom. You're gonna get this shit jammed in somebody's liver or arteries or whatever. So definitely the bat, even though I never seen The Walking Dead. Just saying. Who do we have next? Unwanted Ghost. What if Walter Jr. wasn't born with cerebral palsy when he was? Would he have been more impacted in the Breaking Bad timeline? Nah, I think if he wasn't born with cerebral palsy, I I don't know, man. Because what I mean, what's Walter? You don't even like. What's he even good at? You see how he drives? This dude drives with 2 feet on the pedal. He likes breakfast a lot. He got a mouth on him, and he one time got held up for underage drinking, trying to ask a cop to buy him beer or something. I don't know. I just don't feel I just feel like Walter Jr. is good exactly where he is. He's not gonna. He clearly has no interest in being a chemistry. He's definitely more on Hank's side than Walter's side. So I just say just leave Walter Jr. the way he is with his cripple ass. What's your favorite character from Breaking Bad? Gus. Gus is definitely my favorite character. He's just so fucking awesome. Even though he's cutthroat and all this other stuff, like I really like Gus. Like it's I don't know. It's just something about the fact that he turned drug dealing into an actual business and upheld that business perfectly fine up until Walter came into his life. But it's hands down Gus. And I do have a video coming, or not coming. I don't have it made or anything, but I have a video that I will be working on where I do talk about peak Gus Fring, like the episode in Breaking Bad where Gus Fring was the most terrifying, and he only said 5 words. 5 words. That's it. And it's the episode Box Cutter. If you don't know, that episode right there cemented Gus as like, yo, this is the fucking guy. Like, because in every episode before Box Cutter, you see Gus as this just a reasonable businessman. Just he's like a boss, like an actual boss. Like I worked for Starbucks a number of years ago, and like how Gus Fring was talking to Walter during the one-on-one where they were in the chicken coop, and he basically was like, yo, I know you probably called my brother-in-law and said, hey, somebody's gonna kill you and I respect you for it, and blah blah. And Walter was all like, what's gonna happen after the 3 months? And Gus is just like, what would you like to happen? And like, and it was just so cordial. And then you get to the episode Box Cutter, and then you just see this whole different side of Gus where you're just like, whoa. And then he killed Victor with that weak ass cut to the neck, but he killed Victor nonetheless. And you see that, okay, this is Pete Gus Fring right here. So you just have to give it to him for that. So that's just me. Who do we have next? Merge. I had all these good ideas, and then I got here and forgot every single one. Crispy Bay 7. Let me tell you, you're always gonna have ideas, and I'll always be there in the comment section to hit that little like button and give you a little heart. That goes for everybody. Every idea, because trust me, I don't say this lightly, but I love a lot of people's ideas. I take some, I put some together. Like, trust me, a lot of my videos wouldn't even have came to fruition the way it has without a lot of people's input in the comment section. So, thank you. Who do we have next? I did that. Are you gonna continue? What if Hank survived? Oh fuck! I do have an April Fool's one. Okay. I don't know. I'll be honest with you. Those are like going to be my little standalone ones, because I wanted to do this like tradition where I just have like an April Fool's what if every year, but I don't know. I don't know what I'll. Oh, I do have one. I do have one that I plan on doing. I can't tell anyone. I can't tell no one yet. It may not be a what if, but I mean, it might be. It's going to be a story, a theory, a what if theory. That's all I'm going to say. Look for that April 1st. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Who do we got here? Little Italian. What if Chuck didn't help Jimmy when he got in trouble with the sunroof incident? Well, then my boy would have been a sex offender and he would have been done for life. He would have probably been working with Jesse, or probably been fell to drugs or something like that, because I can't imagine a man taking a shit through a sunroof and being labeled a sex offender to be a valid lawyer or someone in that pool. And because of that, he'd probably never meet Kim. He'd probably stay in Cicero with that guy Marco, and probably end up dying in the alley too. Like, it could just go that easy, because again, Chuck did give Walter life the same way Jesse I mean, Chuck did give Saul life the same way Jesse gave Walter life, so maybe right. Um, who do we have here? Merge. Are you a screenwriter from Mr. Fahrenheit? No, I'm not a screenwriter. I want to be. I would like to be one because if I was, I feel like I can add a little. I mean, granted, I mean Hollywood's like a big, big, big fuck, but I feel like the input that I have with my stories are on par with what we, if not better than what we get in actual Hollywood adaptations. I can't say that for Dune 2 that just came out because what a movie, but I can say that about fuck, like literally like maybe the last 5 MCU movies that came out, maybe the last 5 DCEU movies that came out. Like I can definitely say I'm better than I can definitely say I'm better than the writers who wrote Madam Web. So boom, mic drop that shit. Yeah. Moving on. Let's see what we got here. Would the protagonist in Breaking Bad be in deep hot water if Eduardo Salamanca killed Gus and Hector Salamanca recovered from the stroke? I love these two what if series. Oh wait. Oh yeah, because I'll be honest, like if the Salamancas win, like you're dealing with a whole different level of who is actually the real good guy and bad guy, because there's you can say there's protagonists in Breaking Bad, but Walter, I mean, maybe it's Jesse, but I don't know. He did kill an innocent man, so I don't know. I'll be honest, may have to come back to that one on when it goes. I may need to come back to that one. Let's keep moving. The Lost Tapes was fire. Thank you, J Hex. And Yep. I'm sorry, guys. It just updated again. Alrighty, and Merge. I have an idea for a video. What if Walter worked with Emilio instead of Jesse? Well, let me tell you right now. The reason why I do have a big part of my videos that I make involves footage. And when it comes to Mr. Emilio Koyama, he is in 2 episodes. 1 is in Breaking Bad, and 2 is in Better Call Saul, like the 5th or the almost the last season. He's just been 2 times. And in those 2 times, he's exactly the same every time. He has no character, no dimension, no nothing. He just sucks. And honestly, I don't really like him as a character. So, no, I would actually prefer him. I would say if Walter teamed up with Crazy 8, that'll be something. That's a combination. But Walter and nah, man, Emilio, like, dude sucks, man. Like, I don't know. That's the thing. Like, a lot of people want these other characters to shine, but you got to call a spade, and this dude's trash, like Emilio, garbage, Wendy, garbage, like Badger, Skinny Pete, trash, like Combo, him being alive, it's just like, okay, what does he add to anything, like, and that's the kind of things that I push for. I mean, granted, I like working when I write those characters, I like working with them because they don't have that much development. You can kind of be a little more loose with those kind of characters, but as far as everything else, I just no, like that's just how I feel about it. It's just a big no for me on that one, guys. And last one. What if Jesse never did drugs, but still became Walter's partner, like in the original? Well, you got to ask yourself this question: if Jesse never did drugs, what is he doing over there? Point blank period. Like, what is he doing over there? I mean, yeah, I know he was banging the white lady with the jugs and stuff like that, but it's like you knew the reason why he was jumping out of a window was because he was avoiding the police that were raiding the house next door. So if he was a fucking if he didn't do drugs, then why is he over there with drug addicts and drug dealers and drug manufacturing drugs and making this stuff? It's like it it all kind of, you just gotta ask those simple questions, and those are the kind of questions that I ask because I may not say this a lot, but when I do make my videos, I put a fair amount of thought into it to avoid certain comments and questions in the comment section, because I know people are people like me, so I know they would ask questions about, okay, why didn't he just do this? I'm like, yeah, you know what? Why didn't he do that? Why didn't I write it that way? And yeah, so for that, man, I like to make, excuse me, I just like to make it make sense. Sorry, I'm sorry. Yeah. What do we got here? Who else do we have here? I'm sorry, that was some other dude. Blah blah blah. I don't know. I don't want to go. What's going on here? We got some discourse going on in the chat. Nope. What if Saul died in the episode? Yes, that's a good one right there. Who are you? Terry is tubular. Saul dying in Bagman. That's what I want to get. I need to get to it, but man, guys, if you knew what went into me making these videos, you'd be like, "Geez, dude, you need to get paid." But sadly, that is one that I plan on doing. What if Saul was killed in Bagman? Because I mean, it just makes sense, Like, what the fuck kind of timing does Mike have to fucking shoot somebody literally milliseconds before that trigger's pulled in Saul's face? Like, the dude got to the point where he was holding the gun like for a couple seconds in front of Saul's face, and he had to close. He closed his eyes because he thought he was dead. And I don't know. I just think the aftermath of that is just, it's just one on a downward spiral, because one, you're thinking to yourself, how did Lalo know where Saul lived, and by extension Kim? And then he just showed up to their house, showed up to their house, and then he had the gun on him and stuff like that. So what would have stopped him from, okay, Saul died in Bagman with Lalo's $7 million? Well, what's going to stop him from, I don't know, sending a message to Saul's wife, anyone he cares about, thinking that Saul ran, like, and then on top of that, it's like, okay, well, he got out that way, but I'm sure prison breaks could happen. I'm sure maybe they can get the seven, because clearly they had way more than $7 million in storage, so they could have just did it again. Just saying, like, there could have been a bunch of different ways, but boy, without Saul and Better Call Saul or Breaking Bad, let me tell you, it's a dark, dark world for Albuquerque. I'll tell you that right now. So let's see. I was thinking more when Mike sniped the driver in the car, and I don't know, man. I don't know. That's in my opinion. I wouldn't want, like, this for the same reason, because I know this. I seen this comment in my I seen this idea in my comments a few times, but I don't want anyone to be, if I can help it anyways, I don't want anyone to be killed by accident, or, oh man, I accidentally killed my friend because I was too trigger happy. Like, I don't like that kind of shit. Like, I don't like that, almost for the same reason I don't like the whole, oh, they just so happened to find $1 million on the side of the road. Like, I'm not a fan of those. I'd prefer, like, hey, a bad guy killed the good guy, but then the other good guy killed that same bad guy, and now that good guy is looking for retribution and trying to find justice for for his friend being killed. That's the kind of stuff that I like. But I guess if it's written a kind of way, we can get away with that. But maybe. Got a few more. Then I think we gotta call it quits for today, guys. Mr. Unwanted Ghost, what do we have here? What if the police station refused the $7 million and checked to see the source that leads? You probably know this, but I don't know how to write. I don't really know the law like that. So I don't really know what goes into being bonded out and bailed out and having millions of dollars and dealing with that and all. You need to see where this money came from and all this. I don't really know how that works, and I wouldn't want to write a situation where I'm not completely confident in how it works. Because somebody's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, all you gotta do is do the code 45274," and like I don't know. That's just it doesn't work for me. Like the same reason why I rarely make like court scenes. Like it's just because it doesn't. I don't know how to do it. Like that's why I kind of like either brush past it or I just do like a quick summary of like, okay, and then Walter went to jail, but then he got out because he had the best lawyer in town and blah 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 blah. But yeah, but other than that, like I genuinely don't know. But I will say this as far as my future projects go, because again, I'm working on being monetized, getting back monetized, and a part of that is I'm going to be re-up, and just for everyone to know, I will be doing some re-uploads on some different edits on some of my what if videos, mainly the ones that got kind of like I got limited on, like I think I could think of two off the bat. I know what if Jesse killed Gail. No, what if Jesse didn't kill Gail is one, and I got what if Walter shot himself during the pilot. Like those two, you can expect a re-upload of those maybe sometime. If today is what is today? Today's Tuesday, so I'll probably drop because I've got to do the Lost Tapes compilation too. So I'll probably do the Lost Tapes compilation first, and I'll probably do that around Friday-ish. Don't hold me to that, but I'll probably do it around Friday-ish. So look out for another upload, the Lost Tapes compilation. Also, I'm not sure if that person's here, but also, guys, if anybody is interested in working on a thumbnail for me for that series in particular, I'm looking at you, unwanted ghosts. But anybody at all, hit me up in the comments, or I do have my email as well in the about me part of my channel. So if you want to shoot me and send me an email, hey, because it's got my government here, Gerald Murray, that's me, 100%. But if you want to shoot me an email and maybe you want to work on if you want to make me a thumbnail for that video, you guys know your name will be etched into glory into my video when I shout you out for it, whatever the case is. Because I mean, hey, I could do it. It's fine, but I like to get a little taste of other people's creativity and see what's what. But Lost Tape series thumbnail. I'm doing the Lost Tape series, the complete story. That'll be probably the name of the whatever. But that's gonna be my name, the name of the video. There it is. And so yeah, if anyone has any suggestions, cool idea and cool art, any good graphic design or whatever the case is, shoot me an email and I'll check it out. I respond. I replied back to everything. And let me see what you got, because again, I got a lot of stuff on my plate, guys. I'm trying to do a lot with a little bit of time. So hey, any help is always appreciated. Who we got here? Let's see. Unwanted Ghosts, my man. Yo, you're on a roll. It goes to show how realistic the Breaking Bad universe is compared to real life. Okay. What if Chad never said? I will never forget that. That part right there is so like I think I made a YouTube short about it because it was just so funny. Chat, blah blah blah. This guy fucking Walter done made the guy move while he was rizzing up this chick, and next thing you know, he's like, "Yo, see you in an hour, and you be scrubbing my rims, motherfucker." And I'll record it with my camera as opposed to a phone or anything. But that was pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't edit. All I can do is offer ideas. I'm sorry. Unwanted Ghost. That's perfectly fine, dude. All ideas is what I would like as well. Merge. What if Hector never killed Max, Gus's boyfriend? I have a story coming up like that as well. But the thing is, like when I got those stories. Just know it's going to be shorter, but man, it's going to be a lot more satisfying. Like I can picture it right now. So don't even. Oh man, so sorry, I got a bloody nose. But I can picture exactly how I'm gonna make it and exactly how far it'll go. Like it'll probably end where Walter gets shot inside of a basement or some shit. You know, like I don't know. But that one's coming. That one is coming really soon. Movie fan Jay, I was just talking about you, bro. I'm good. Just I don't know if you caught the latest video or whatever, but there's that. It's fucking, it's pretty good as far as I see it anyway. I'm good, bro. How are you? Everyone, I hope you're good. Family's good. Job's good. All the good movies. No, I don't know. But yeah. And what's the confession tape? What if the confession tape was true? Trust me, I'm working on that as well. But mainly, I just want to finish it. I got like at least it's a solid 10 ideas that I'm working on or I have in the works that I'm like, yo, I got to get these 10 out, and I want to make sure these 10 are out before like May or something like that. So I want to be a little bit more busy than usual, but the thing I definitely want to keep doing, and I don't know, hey, let me know right now in the chat. Do you like these live streams? Like, is me going live just a waste of time, or is it like, hey, I like this guy. This guy's cool. He's funny. He's memorable. He's this. He's that. Like, I just want to know because honestly, like, I don't, like, because I also I got the commentary series on Patreon, so I like to know, do you guys like my up close and personal approach of just talking to my audience, talking to you guys like people, like we're friends, like we're buddies, like we're homies, like. Let me know where I need to go with it. What do we got here? I love these streams. I want to go, so you will have a place at my Thanksgiving table one of these days. Keep it up. Okay, let's see what else we got. F question mark. I don't know what that means. Let's see what the car wash guy shaved his eyebrows. Okay, Mingo says nah, he's not really feeling the live streams. Okay, that's fair enough, man. I can understand that. Well, that's fine. But guess I'll maybe limit the live streams, or maybe keep it going. Who knows? But I mainly just wanted to make the live streams just to have a little bit extra content, just to be like, hey, there's like who's the face behind the voice, the videos, the man, the myth, the legend, like and that kind of thing. But I can understand, it's not for everybody. And honestly, like I'm just kind of spinning my wheels, just being like, what else do we have here? But I don't know, man. What else? Oh wow, so we got some lovers here now. We got movie fan Jay saying he loves my streams, even though this is my second one. Well, thank you. And movie fan Jay is also doing good. He enjoyed the latest video. He didn't know if he's seen, but he left the plot for the idea. Oh, you're talking about that Drew Sharp shit again, huh? Jay, you talking about what if Drew Sharp was a threat? That kind of deal. Let me see you say yes or no. I rate your streams. Okay, well, Spooky Nailin 1390. I rate you in terms of looks 6.5. Well, solid 6. I don't give a fuck. I mean, I don't know if you got a ring in my finger, so Marty. I used all my good looks on my wife, so you guys dealing with the residual. I don't know. I'm waiting till I have a favorite food to watch. I'm waiting till I have my favorite food to watch your new video with. What do you eat with your food? I mean, what do you eat when you guys watch? Like when you watch videos and stuff? Because I'm the same way. I'll be 100% honest with you. Like if, like for example, I mean, maybe no one wants to hear this, but I made by hand a pizza. Like made the dough, stretched the dough and everything. I made it in my house actually, and I had a chicken parmesan that I cooked as well, and I chopped up the chicken. And I put some cheese, oregano, sauce on the shit. And I cooked it. And then I watched like a Mr. Sunday movie or a Death Battle or something. And it's just delicious, Like for me, it's like, I think I've evolved to the point where it's like I can't eat a meal, like a dinner or something like that without having something to watch, Like that's just me. But I don't know. Yeah, I mean, yeah, tacos is fine. Takis trash. I'm just saying. Um, yeah, okay, yeah, I can see that. But yeah, I can probably see myself doing a stream maybe like once a month or something like that. Little quick Q&As and all this other stuff, whatever it takes for the people to be happy. Um, but yeah, you have no idea. That fucking chicken parmesan pizza was heavy. It should almost put me to sleep. I almost didn't make it. I'll be honest with you, but hey. Dinner shows, ate the bed, blah blah blah. All right, guys. Yeah, I could 100. Yeah, for real. Because let me tell you, like, YouTube, like, honestly, it's funny too. Because like, I'm at the point where now it's like when I watch even, like, it's hard for me. Like, I like watching like YouTube a lot more than even TV to be out like actual like shows and stuff like that. I'd rather just catch someone's recap or something, someone's recap or video essay or blah 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 blah. Because like the last thing I watched was like the last new thing that I watched very recently. Actually, it was Wonka with the Timothy Chalamet. It was fine. It was boring. No, I lied. It was fine. I do not. I mean, I like musicals, but fuck, I'd like to have at least maybe a countable amount of songs in a musical as opposed to fucking like every seventh word is it's a musical number. Like I'm like Jesus Christ, but I don't know. That's just me. Okay, guys. Well, this has been fun. More fun than I thought it would be. What's time that? When's the last time television was good? Like in 2000. I don't know, man. I think TV has always been good, but I just think the places to find the good stuff are always changing. Because in the early 2000s, everyone, or maybe 2010s or something like that, everyone loved like, oh, Netflix is the place, Netflix is it. Then you got Apple TV, HBO Max, Disney Plus, like, it's a lot. Then even like the regular, I think I watch. I mean, Yellowstone was fine, and that Reacher is all. Oh, but then at Apple TV, like so. Again, the good stuff is always there. I just feel like it's just it's just moving from place to place, in my opinion. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thems and theys, and everyone else in between that. Oh, now you guys want to start asking questions. Too fucking bad. This has been very fun. This has been good. This has been educational, better than I would have ever expected. I want to just say thank you to everyone who's been here, chilled out, enjoyed the stream, just chopped it up with me for a bit. Hope it was fun. Hope it was entertaining. Hope I didn't waste anyone's time, and I hope that I answered everyone's questions in a suitable manner. I'll do this again. Definitely, it's gonna be sometime next month. So look for another stream coming around. What is it right now? Like April the what? Oh, I'm sorry. All right, April the 12th, maybe. Who knows? Maybe I'll do one sooner. But I do want to plan on like doing one basically every time I like drop like a video, with the exception of the compilation videos, just to kind of like, hey, just have something to talk about and crank out some content or whatever. But I do hope you guys all enjoyed what I had to offer today. Any questions, comments, concerns, please do let me know down below in the chat. Always remember, guys, I do appreciate each and every one of you guys. Don't forget that Cash App. And always just have a great day and never, never forget that everything I'm doing right now is off script. And I wanted to have some cool send away messages, but I got nothing. So I'll leave you with this. Have a good day. Play some games. Touch grass. Look at the sun. Exercise. I'm out.